All right, let's jump right in. We are absolutely surrounded by screens every single day, right? But honestly, how often do we think about what's inside them? Especially the ones that have to survive in some seriously tough conditions. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the companies behind that amazing tech, Bunsun Electronics.
You know the feeling. We've all been there. You're outside, squinting at your phone, trying to see directions, or maybe using an outdoor kiosk, and the sun's glare just wipes the screen out completely. It's super frustrating, but it's also a really, really tough engineering problem to solve.
So meet the company that's tackling this problem head-on, Bunsun Electronics. And what's wild is that they're not just solving these issues, they're growing at a crazy fast pace. This is a story of some serious, ambitious growth in the high-tech world.
And you can literally see how fast they're moving right here. In April 2020, boom, they merge with a tech company. Just a year later, a new sales center is up and running. A few months after that, a whole new factory. And now they're already planning their next big thing. This is a company that is absolutely not sitting still.
So what's all this growth for? What are they actually making? Well, let's take a little trip inside the factory, so to speak, and break down the incredible tech they're creating. You see, that screen you're looking at, it seems so simple, but it is anything but. This image shows you what's really going on inside. It's like a super precise, high-tech sandwich of glass, electronics, and special films. Every single layer has a crucial job, and making these complex modules is exactly what Bunsun does. And they do it on a scale that is, frankly, a little hard to wrap your head around. So what does that actually look like in a single day? Let's get into the numbers.
Get this. 40,000 every single day. They crank out 40,000 liquid crystal modules. You know, the actual core of the screen. To put that in perspective for you, that's almost enough to put a brand new screen on every single seat in Fenway Park. Every single day.
And it doesn't stop there. On top of all that, they're making 30,000 backlight units a day. That's the part that makes the screen light up. Without it, you wouldn't see a thing. And to top it all off, add another 10,000 capacitive touch panels, the layer that actually feels your touch. So every day, their factories are just churning out tens of thousands of these incredibly complex parts. The scale is just wow.
Okay, so the production numbers are massive, but that's only half the story. The really important question is, where does all this tech actually go? Why does it matter? Well, it matters in places where your everyday screen would just give up.
Remember that whole can't see my screen in the sun problem? Well, here are the answers. Bunsun makes screens with special anti-reflection coatings. They make something called transflective tech, which is cool. It actually uses the sun's own light to make the screen more visible. And for the most extreme situations, they make screens with insanely high brightness, up to 1,800 nits. Your high-end smartphone is probably around 1,000 nits. This is nearly double that. Perfect for things like boat navigation systems or outdoor ticket machines.
And it's not just about bright light. These screens are built tough enough for crazy temperatures too. We're talking from a freezing minus 30 degrees Celsius all the way to a scorching 85 degrees. Think about the dashboard in a car during a brutal winter, or a control panel on heavy machinery in a boiling hot factory. That's where this kind of rugged tech is absolutely essential.
So, all of this brings us to what really seems to drive them, their whole philosophy for the future. It's not just about making a ton of screens. For Bunsun, the future is all about being custom.
This means they're not just a factory shipping out standard parts. No way. They work with their clients to build custom-made solutions for very specific jobs, supporting them with both the screen hardware and the software to make it all work together perfectly.
And this, I gotta say, is my favorite part. One of their official business concepts is to, and I quote, lead display panels fashion trend. How cool is that? That tells you everything you need to know about their ambition. They don't just want to build screens. They want to set the trend for what a screen can be and where it can go.
Which really just leaves us with this one final thought. As our world gets more and more connected, the need for screens that can handle any environment is only going to grow. So the real question isn't if we'll need tougher screens, it's where's the next one going to need to survive?